E-commerce meets progress. Welcome to Souq News, your source for business, economy, and development insight that drive nations forward. From the vibrant streets of Lagos, Africa's fastest economic hub, Souq News takes you on a journey of discovery, analyzing and reporting the facts that lay the foundation for growth and development. We don't just report the news, we create it. Souq News is more than a channel. It is a catalyst for change, spotlighting the stories that shape economies, inspire entrepreneurs, and fuel progress. Covering business, finance, technology, energy, and many more, Souq News provides a daily deep dive into the stories that matter, interviews with industry titans, and analysis that empowers your understanding of economic landscape. Join us daily as we dissect, discuss, and deliver the most relevant and factual news on business and the economy. Souq News is your trusted guide, empowering you with the knowledge to make informed decisions.
On News Hour today, Binance to stop Naira transaction from March 8. Libya's central banks devalue its currency. U.S. airlines stop $3.8 billion merger amid regulatory hurdles. J.P. Morgan caught staff in China asset management amid market downturn. It's such a delight to have you join us on News Hour on Souq News, your choice station for developmental news around the globe. I am Grace Komolafe. We begin from Nigeria. Binance Nigeria has announced plans to cease all services in Naira, the country's local currency, from March 8, 2024. The cryptocurrency platform announced the decision on its website. This development comes amid federal government's clampdown on the crypto exchange over regulatory breaches. Any remaining Naira balances in users' account will be automatically converted to the Tether stable coin. The exchange encouraged users to withdraw their Naira funds, trade their Naira asset to convert them to crypto before the discontinuation of its Naira services. Nigeria Exchange NGX has led Africa's stock market with a remarkable 33.70% gain in the first 2 months of 2024, surpassing other prominent exchanges like the Johannesburg Stock Exchange and the Egyptian Exchange EGX30 Index. NGX's performance has been outstanding. Earlier in January, it was ranked as the world's best performing stock market, outperforming even Argentina. During January and February, the market capitalization surged by 13.79 trillion naira, with the all shares index closing February at 99,980.30 points, a significant increase of 33.71% from the year's opening. Despite domestic challenges like rising insecurity and inflation, as well as global uncertainties, NGX maintained its bullish trend in January, although it slowed in February due to bearish sentiment driven by lackluster corporate earnings and more attractive yields in the fixed income market. And now, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, has endorsed the Central Bank of Nigeria's decision to raise the benchmark borrowing rate at 400 basis points to 22.75%, aiming to curb inflation and naira pressures. Following the Monetary Policy Committee's move, the IMF team, led by Mission Chief Axel Shemop-Fenning, welcomed the tightening of monetary policy, totaling 1,025 basis points since May 2022. This action is seen as crucial in tackling Nigeria's inflation, which surged to 29.9% year-on-year in January 2024, and alleviating pressures on the naira. The IMF support comes amid challenging economic conditions in Nigeria, with GDP growth at 2.8% in 2023, slightly below population growth dynamics, as noted during discussions for the 2024 article IV consultations. And in a bid to facilitate the management of crude and product supply for his newly constructed refinery in January in Nigeria, Aliko Dangote is embarking on the establishment of an oil trading firm potentially situated in London. This initiative aims to lessen the reliance on major trading corporations such as BP, Trafigura, and Vito, which have been in negotiations to provide financing and crude oil in return for product exports. The refinery, boasting a capacity of 650,000 barrels per day, is poised to reshape global oil and fuel trade dynamics, with significant attention from the trading communities eager to observe its operational strategies. Amidst meeting with prominent trading entities both in Lagos and London, including discussions regarding loans for the refinery's working capital, Dangote has expressed concerns over relinquishing control of the project and potential profit margins. Intent on maintaining autonomy, Dangote plans to establish an in-house trading team, with former ESA trader Radha Mohan reportedly set to lead the initiative. Despite facing delays and budget overruns amounting to $6 billion, the refinery has commenced operations, moving gradually, refining approximately 8 million barrels of oil between January and February. And moving ahead, the official exchange rate of the naira against the dollar broke its three-day winning streak, declining by 4.26% to 1,062.43 naira per US dollar yesterday, the 5th of March 2024. The drop indicates persistent dollar pressure in the forex market amidst insufficient supply. According to data from the Nigeria Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market, NAFEM, the naira depreciated by 4.26% at the close of trading, reaching 1,602.43 naira to the dollar, representing a loss of 68.24 naira compared to the previous day's closing. Forex turnover surged by 63.26% to $291.78 million, indicating increasing trading activity in the official market, with average turnover exceeding $200 million in the past week. On the parallel market, the naira depreciated against the dollar, quoted at 1,630 naira per $1, reflecting a 1.84% decrease compared to the previous day. The Great British Pound and Euro also experienced depreciation against the naira, highlighting broader currency instability. Despite policy measures by the central bank to address the forex crisis, the naira remains weak, with officials attributing the depreciation partially to cryptocurrency trading activities, while critics view it as evidence of inherent currency weakness regardless of such activities. In line with Section 11.2 of Ghana's Foreign Exchange Act 2006 at 723, the Bank of Ghana has temporarily suspended the foreign exchange trading license of Guarantee Trust Bank Ghana Limited, GTB, and Force Bank of Nigeria Ghana Limited, FBN, effectively from March 18, 2024, lasting for 1 month. The decision, announced via a press release, follows various breaches of foreign exchange market regulations, including fraudulent documentation in their operations. According to the Apex Bank, the suspension will be lifted upon the bank's implementation of effective controls, ensuring strict compliance with forest market regulations. The bank emphasized the importance of adherence to regulations and guidelines in the foreign exchange market. Similarly, Guarantee Trust Bank Ghana Limited has reassured stakeholders that it is actively collaborating with relevant government bodies and customers in Ghana to address recent trade-related issues. In a press release from its corporate communications department, GT Bank Ghana emphasized that the recent suspension of its foreign exchange trading license does not impact customers' deposit or other business segments. The bank stressed the availability of all its products and services, including main branches, agency banking outlets, and internet banking, ensuring uninterrupted access for customers. GT Bank Ghana acknowledged the suspension by the Central Bank of Ghana and affirms its commitment to resolving these matters swiftly. And now we take a break and return to more stories. Please stay with us.
In the heart of sub-Saharan Africa, where commerce meets progress, welcome to Souq News, your source for business, economy, and development insight that drive nations forward. From the vibrant streets of Lagos, Africa's fastest economic hub, Souq News takes you on a journey of discovery, analyzing and reporting the facts that lay the foundation for growth and development. We don't just report the news, we create it. Souq News is more than a channel. It is a catalyst for change, spotlighting the stories that shape economies, inspire entrepreneurs, and fuel progress. Covering business, finance, technology, energy, and many more, Souq News provides a daily deep dive into the stories that matter, interviews with industry titans, and analysis that empowers your understanding of economic landscape. Join us daily as we dissect, discuss, and deliver the most relevant and factual news on business and the economy. Souq News is your trusted guide, empowering you with the knowledge to make informed decisions.
My name is Dr. Agility Obi.
My name is Etemere Glover.
Naomi, well done, and shout out to Souq News.
Shout out to Souq News. I want to encourage everyone to keep watching Souq News.
Shout out to Souq News, and yes, tune into them.
Keep watching Souq News. They are one in town.
Hey, we're watching Souq News.
Keep watching Souq News.
Keep watching Souq News. Catch them on YouTube and all social media channels.
Hey, my name is Frank Edowo, and I'm imploring you. No, forget that. I am forcing you, coercing you to always stay tuned to Souq News for your news requirements.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. Don't forget to always share your thoughts with us via our social media platforms. We'd love to hear from you. And moving on, South Africa's rand demonstrated stability during early trading today, buoyed by a surge in gold prices, according to analysts. The rand stood at 18.955 against the US dollar, slightly stronger compared to its previous close of 18.9650. Despite enduring setbacks from weak economic indicators, the currency has depreciated by over 3% against the greenback since the year began. Analysts noted that the recent uptick in gold prices provided some relief to the rand. although the potentials for further recovery remains constrained. Gold prices remained above the $2,100 mark, nearing a record peak established in the previous session. With local data points absence, investor focus shifts towards U.S. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's congressional testimony for insight into the nation's monetary policy trajectory. Meanwhile, South Africa's benchmark 2030 government bond displayed minimal movement during early transactions, maintaining a yield of 10.105%. And away from that, Libya's central bank governor, Sadiq Kabir, is taking proactive steps to strengthen the country's financial stability and foster unity by devaluing the dinar currency and advocating for a new unified government. Amid disagreement with Prime Minister Abdul Hamid al-Bildar over spending within the Government of National Unity (GNU), Kabir's initiative signals a commitment to resolving internal rifts and advancing national interest. Despite historical factional rivalries stemming from the 2011 NATO-backed uprising, Kabir's proposal to impose a 27% fee on the official exchange rate aims to generate significant revenue, estimated at $12 billion, for addressing public debt and financing development projects. Egypt's central bank has announced a significant interest rate hike of 600 basis points, accompanied by a transition to an inflation targeting regime, allowing market forces to determine the exchange rate. The Egyptian pound experienced a sharp decline against the dollar, plunging below 40 pounds from its previous level of about 30.85 pounds. Conversely, the country's international bond surged, particularly longer-dated bond, with the 2047 bond witnessing a notable increase of 2.6 cents to reach 82.3 cents. The tightening spread between Egypt's international bond and safe-haven U.S. treasuries further underscores investors' confidence, reaching its lowest level since June 2021. The central bank's decision to raise the overnight lending and deposit rates aims to accelerate monetary tightening and curb underlying inflation. By unifying the exchange rates, the central bank seeks to address foreign exchange challenges with recent government initiatives, such as a major investment deal with the United Arab Emirates, helping alleviate pressure on the Egyptian pounds in the black market. And now we move to the Middle East. In a bid to boost the agricultural sector and supporting Emirati farmers, Dubai has launched a program tagged Dubai Farm. The launch, which was performed by HH Sheikh Hamdan bin Hamed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Crown Prince of Dubai, is in line with Dubai's Social Agenda 33, seeking to enhance the city's livability, empower citizens, and strengthen the economy. Emphasizing the role of local agriculture, Sheikh Hamdan highlighted the vision to establish Dubai as a global leader in living and working standards. Through comprehensive incentives and services, including workshops and social support, the initiatives aims to boost productivity, contribute to the GDP, and solidify food security. The Director General of Dubai Municipality, Dawood Al-Hadril, also affirmed the municipality's commitment to implementing the program, which includes farming consultation, subsidies, pest control, and market access. Also, the initiative will host events like the Best Home Garden Competition and Local Dates Week, while partnering with GMG to market farmers' products, ensuring sustainable growth and prosperity for Dubai's future. And still in the Middle East, Amazon Web Services has announced its plan to establish data centers in Saudi Arabia by 2026, with an investment exceeding $5.3 in the kingdom. This move aims to cater to the increasing demand for secured content storage and workload operations, promising faster speeds for users in the region. Alongside Amazon, competitors such as Google parent, Alphabet, and Microsoft have also committed to bolstering their investment, primarily focusing on expanding data center infrastructure to support the growing adoption of artificial intelligence technology. AWS noted that prominent customers in the region utilizing its services, including Saudi telecom company SJSC, Sierra Holdings, and Mobili, among others. Riyadh's discussion with tech giants like Apple and Amazon, particularly regarding investment in Saudi Arabia, have been ongoing since 2017. Away from the Middle East, Asian stocks climb as investors await policy signals from the Beijing amid ongoing parliamentary season. While gold and Bitcoin retreat from the record high, traders adopt a cautious stance ahead of Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's congressional testimony, scrutinizing clues on potential interest rate adjustment. Chinese equities, displayed mixed performance following Beijing's unveiling of a 5% growth target for 2024 without major stimulus measures, indicating policymakers cautious regarding debts and reveal currency stability. An economic focus press release and regulatory responses are anticipated for further policy insight. Meanwhile, Wall Street downturn, led by tech stocks like Apple, influences market sentiment. European market anticipate a modest opening while attention shifts to the UK budget and upcoming US payroll data. US Treasury yields stabilized after weakening on disappointing economic data. With investors closely monitoring economic indicators and policymakers, statements for signals regarding the Fed's stance on monetary policy. And I will take a breather and return to more stories. Please stay.
My name is Yinka Babalola.
My name is Ijoma Pelokoro.
My name is Joshua Hassan.
I am Rotarian Omotunde Lawson.
It's Ife Yunwarita Ejeze. My friends call me Ife.
My name is Rotarian Lola Dare.
I'm inviting you to keep watching Souq News. It's the right station to tune to.
I like Souq News. Souq News is good.
I want to charge you all to listen to Souq News, watch the news.
You can have unlimited news, first time.
Find Souq News. Be with Souq News. Never switch off. You are better for it. Souq News is the real thing.
Listen to their coverage and you'll be glad you did.
Turn to your YouTube, turn to your Instagram, turn to all your digital channels and look for Souq News.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Please, guys, keep watching
Souq News.
Welcome back, and I'm glad to know you are still with us. It's still News Hour on Souq News, and now we'll take the rest of the story. Amid heightened U.S. sanctions, enforcement targeting ships associated with Liberia and the Marshall Islands, recent data reveals that numerous oil tankers used by Russia have shifted away from these flags. This move reflects the close ties between the U.S. and the flag administration companies of these countries, located in Virginia, within the jurisdiction of U.S. sanction enforcement. However, the historical use of these flags poses a lasting vulnerability for Russia's oil fleet, as vessels may still be liable for sanctions violating even after reflagging. Analysts highlight the enduring risks created by this shift, underscoring the complexities of navigating international maritime regulations amidst geopolitical tensions. Moving on, in response to the growing demand for electric vehicles, EV, traditional automakers are stepping up their efforts. Ford, with 2 electrified vehicles already available in the Australian market, is gearing up to introduce 3 more, as confirmed by the company representative. Meanwhile, Toyota has recently debuted its inaugural electric car in Australia, complementing its existing lineup of 9 hybrids. The company expresses confidence in its approach of offering a diverse array of hybrids while gradually expanding its electric vehicle portfolio. This move reflects a broader industry trend towards sustainability and lower emissions, aligning with consumer preferences for environmentally friendly transportation options. And similarly, Toyota has officially announced a $2.22 billion investment in Brazil to be executed in 2 phases by 2030. This investment, which includes the production of a new vehicle tailored for the Brazilian market, marks Toyota's first comprehensive investment plan in Brazil, a departure from its previous project-based approach. Of the total amount, $1.1 billion is slated for investment until 2026, with the remaining $1.21 billion yet to be allocated. The automaker plans to introduce a new hybrid flex vehicle by 2025 and develop a vehicle specifically designed for the Brazilian market. Also, Toyota intends to expand its existing factories in Porto Feliz and Sorocaba, with the latter becoming the primary location for battery production starting in 2026, following the transfer of operations from the Idatuba units. In another development, as a response to a cyber attack on United Health's technology unit, Change Healthcare, the U.S. government has announced plans to expedite Medicare and Medicaid's payment to affected hospitals. The attack, attributed to the Black Cat ransomware group, has disrupted electronic pharmacy, refiled in insurance transactions, impacting various payers within the U.S. healthcare system. While government support has been initiated, the American Medical Association (AMA) and the American Hospital Association (AHA) expressed concerns, deeming the measures insufficient to address the scale of the crisis. Both organizations urged the Biden administration to expand financial assistance, including advance payments for physicians, to mitigate cash flow challenges caused by the inability to process claims and receive payments. Also, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Service, CMS, encourage Medicare Advantage plans or to offer advance funding to affected providers and relaxed compliance requirements. U.S.-based airline companies JetBlue Airways and Spirit Airlines have terminated their $3.8 billion merger agreement following a U.S. Georgia's blockade in January due to antitrust concerns, effectively ending hopes of creating the 5th largest carrier in the United States. The collapse of the deal poses challenges for Spirit, struggling with financial pressures and a mounting debt burden. The decision marks a win for the Biden administration, aligning with the stance against consolidations in the aviation sector to prevent potential consumer harm. President Joe Biden hailed the ruling as safeguarding consumer interest and promoting competition. JetBlue's CEO, Joanna Gerardi, acknowledged the slim chances of regulatory approval, even if the ruling was overturned on appeal, citing the July 24 deadline. Privately, JetBlue executives expressed relief considering Spirit's financial downturn, while Spirit CEO Ted Christie cited regulatory obstacles for the deal's failure to proceed. American financial company JP Morgan has reportedly downsized approximately 9% of its workforce within its asset management division in China, reflecting the country's faltering stock market and its impact on the $3.8 trillion fund sector. The reduction, affecting around 15 employees, commenced in December, marking the fourth staff cut since Morgan Stanley acquired full ownership of its China fund unit in 2023. Despite declining to comment, the move highlights challenges faced by global financial institutions such as JP Morgan and BlackRock amidst China's economic downturn and market turbulence. The downsizing aligns with Morgan Stanley efforts to recalibrate its business post-acquisition, including appointment of the new Chief Investment Officer. And finally, digital bank Munzo says it has secured $431.26 million in funding, valuing the company at $5.07 billion. The funding round, led by Capital G, a subsidiary of Google's parent company Alphabet, also saw investment from GV, Google Ventures, and Chinese ventures capital firm Hongshan Capital. Having achieved profitability in March 2023, Munzo intends to utilize the funds to fuel its expansion efforts and introduce new products. This latest valuation marks a slight decrease from the company's previous valuation of $4.5 billion following a funding round in late 2021. And before we call it a wrap on News Hour today, here are the major highlights once again. Binance to stop Naira transaction from March 8. Libya's central bank devalues its currency. U.S. airline stops $3.8 billion merger amid regulatory hurdles and financial concerns. JP Morgan cuts staff in China asset management amid market downturn. And that's it on News Hour. And don't forget to reach us via our social media platforms for your feedback. From the news desk, I am Grace Komolafe. Many thanks for watching.